Hello and good evening and Happy New Year. Today it is New Year's Day 2022. And for this video today, I want to share my thoughts on the Flames going full-time retro since last season because I remember a viewer of mine, he sent me a message a while ago about a link about an interview that someone from Sportsnet had with the head of Flames marketing. I believe it was the head, and I think his name's Ryan Popowich. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they discussed about the Flames going full-time retro because that's what a lot of the fans wanted. And they also talked about the idea of more one-off jersey programs in the coming years in the NHL, which I will discuss that a little bit here today as well. But I want to discuss the Flames going full-time retro, and I want to dedicate this video to my viewer, Andre, because I remember you were the one who sent me that link, and I want to make sure I do this video for you. But with the Calgary Flames, I don't know why they didn't go full-time retro sooner. In my opinion, when you look at the Adidas template, you look at those big, awful Adidas collars that we're forced to put up with still, the Flames are the best-looking team in the NHL now, in my opinion. I absolutely love their uniforms. The fact that they've gone from these and the even worse Reebok Edge versions to this and this as their full-time home-away uniforms. I mean, this is one of the few things, in my opinion, that have really gone right in the Adidas era so far. I mean, look at those away sweaters and those uniforms. The red and athletic gold just look terrific. Even the Adidas collar, it blends into that shoulder yoke perfectly. I mean, I don't have a single complaint about the Flames retro jerseys. When I look at everything about the Adidas template, I look at the beautiful striping on both sweaters and the colors. In my opinion, the Calgary Flames now have the best home-away set in the National Hockey League right now. I mean, I cannot believe that the Flames took this long to go back to these. These just look so good. And in my opinion, I love the home sweater, but I think the away uniform is even a little bit better. And it's hard for me to say that because I think the home jersey and uniform is just so damn pretty as well. But in my opinion, the Flames don't need black. I'm glad that they finally got rid of the black. I'm sick and tired of the black flaming sea. I'm sick and tired of the awful uniforms with the black accenting or the black side panels. I'm sick and tired of all of it. And the fact that the Flames have now gone back to their original uniforms from the 80s just puts a big smile on my face. Every time I see them on the ice, I'm always so happy to look at the TV and see the Flames. I just love these uniforms. Are they McDonald's colors? Sure. Doesn't mean they're bad uniforms. I love these uniforms. I love the colors. I mean, obviously I'm biased. I know not everybody's going to agree. And I know there's lots of people out there who want to see the Flames have a bit of black on their uniforms. And if you do, I respect your opinion. But hey, I respectfully disagree. I mean, I love the bright colors. They look like a team called the Flames. That brightness, the beautiful white flaming sea on the home sweater with the bright athletic gold and white striping. I absolutely love this uniform. The Flames have now officially retired it as far as I know as of this season. Actually, I'm going to go and double check that real quick. Let's see here. But I'm fairly confident that the Calgary Flames have now officially retired that jersey, and yes, they have. However, I have heard recently that supposedly the Flames and the Minnesota Wild are likely getting new third jerseys for the 2022-23 season. Obviously, we'll talk about that if that actually happens, which I think it will. But in my opinion, though, here's how I feel about the Flames. I wish that they would just not bother having any third jersey. Have one beautiful home, one beautiful away sweater. I'm sure some of you watching probably will disagree with me, and that's okay. But when I look at these uniforms, they're some of the best in hockey. And with that Adidas template we're stuck with, they've done such a fabulous job incorporating the Adidas collar and the Adidas template onto these beautiful uniforms. And kudos to the Flames, in my opinion. Both uniforms, home and away. I wish they would have done this sooner, and I got to make a bit of a confession. It would have been so nice to own this jersey style in a Reebok edge just for the collar as well. That would have been a nice additional bonus on top of the design. But even with the Adidas collar, it's a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. But as I say, ever since the Flames brought this uniform back, remember before with the Heritage Classic that was going to be played in Saskatchewan in 2019 between the Flames and the Jets, I called it. I said that, after the Flames started wearing their red throwbacks for the playoffs at home, I said that I'm 100% confident this would be the design that was brought out for the Heritage Classic against Winnipeg. I was right, and I also said that once that happens, I would not be surprised if this is the beginning of the end for the Black Sea and the black accented uniforms for good. And thankfully, that has come into fruition. So, in terms of third jerseys, I know last season, to a lot of fanfare, a lot of people were really happy to see the Flames bring back the Blasty logo and the Blasty style jersey. Now, even though I'm happy for you fans out there who love the Blasty, I did not care for these reverse retros. To me, they look like a poor man's Canucks jersey. I'm sorry, Flames fans. I'm sorry, Blasty fans, but this looked like they took a Canucks jersey and found ways to make it worse, in my opinion. Obviously, I'm biased, but, to me, Blasty looks like a flaming, snot-breathing horse dragon. And I don't think Blasty's as good of a logo as people think it is, but to each their own. Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, and what I think is good is not necessarily what you or someone else is going to think is good. But I must say, I love the pants style that the Flames used for this design, though. And, if the Calgary Flames and have a bunch of fans that really want Blasty to come back as a third jersey, if they decided to bring back the original Blasty uniform with the red below the gold stripe here, the red on the bottom of the jersey, at back as a full-time third, I'd be okay with that. I'd be willing to live with. I'd be able to live with that. But, the Calgary Flames, in my opinion, are now one of those teams up there with Montreal and Detroit that I don't think they need a third jersey. And, I'm actually kind of disappointed that there's a rumor that they could be getting a new third next season. I'd rather Calgary not get a new third and just stick with their beautiful home and away throwback sweaters they've gone back to last season. But, if the Flames, if there's lots of people out there, I was happy for the people who wanted Blasty to make a comeback. They got their wish. I think they could have done a better job with the reverse retro jersey you see here, but, I'm happy for the people who love Blasty. But, as I say, if they wanted to bring the original Blasty design back as a full-time third, I'd be okay. I'd be able to live with it. I'd be okay with it. But, I'd rather they had no third jersey at all, to be honest. I think the Flames are one of the last teams that need one, honestly. Now that their home and away jerseys are so damn pretty. But yeah, I've going back to that article that I was referring to, the marketing guy, I believe his name's Ryan Popowich, if I'm not mistaken, was saying that there was a modernized red jersey with black accents and stuff that he thought was a real winner. If that's what's going to end up being the third jersey at some point, it would be interesting. I also have heard that I've heard a lot of people clamoring for the 2004 Stanley Cup run red jerseys to make a comeback at some point. If they wanted to do that as a third, I guess. But, as I say, I'd rather Calgary just skip the third jerseys in general. But also that article referenced the talk of multiple or more NHL one-offs in the future. I'm not a fan of that. I think when it comes to teams that have really good jerseys, when you've got jerseys as nice as the Flames have now, obviously that's my opinion. I don't think you need a third jersey. And I don't like it when teams have too many jerseys in their wardrobe every season because, in my opinion, I think I agree with the likes of Lou Lamoriello in the sense that I think it does start to dilute your brand a little bit. And I don't like it when too many teams have too many uniforms. Obviously I'm a little bit more progressive-minded than Lou Lamoriello because I do not mind seeing the odd third jersey, especially if it's a really cool design like the Blue Jackets third, or I actually think the Dallas Stars neon skyline green and black, neon green and black alternate jersey they brought out last season is actually kind of neat. I like that design. You know, there's some third jerseys that I really enjoy seeing. And, you know, I don't mind third jerseys, but I like the idea of having maybe a third jersey and then a throwback jersey and maybe an outdoor jersey at the most, and that's it. I mean, I don't want to start seeing every team across the board having 5+ jerseys every year. I mean, if a team has that once in a while, sure. But I don't want to see that become an annual thing. I think it gets to a point where it gets to be too much, at least in my opinion. But yeah, my thoughts on the Flames. I just wanted to make sure I got this done for you, Andre. I felt really bad when I realized today, oh shoot, I never made a video about the Flames going full retro. But I absolutely love these sweaters. I think these are the best uniforms in the NHL now, and hats off to the Flames for finally doing the right thing and going full-time retro. Now, do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What do you think of the video? Leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But with that, guys, that's going to be a wrap for me for now. Until next time, take care. As always, bye for now.